Welcome to this week's update on the Parkway Bridge progress. Coming up here, all those weeds and overgrowth. Wonder how long that'll take to get rid of. Not that I don't think it will get rid of, but that somebody's got to do it because they're actually building something. So, we'll see. Pulling into the parking space, and kind of wish they'd let me stand on the berm on the side of the bridge. But a little bit of gravel over there, nothing major. The big thing is this loader with the forklifts on it, or the forks on it. Wonder what they were moving. Obviously the what are they called? Containers. Move the containers away, but did they do it with that forklift and then just put it back up here? I don't know why. Anyhow, that's a big machine. Big news is the crane has moved. And like I said in the update on Saturday, they're still adding to the gravel pad there. So getting pieces to the crane so they can be lifted is going to be real interesting. I want to see how they get that to work out, because they're not giving themselves much space, and I promise you that gravel does not enjoy localized pressure like a semi-truck is going to give. So are they going to do it at night and block the lanes? I mean, what can they do? I'm going to have to get multiple in a day or something. It's just going to be interesting to see how this works out. All the filter paper and all the pallets of paving rebar just sitting there. Is it to block views, or is it to keep people from running into anybody if they lose control? A couple of trailers there. I wonder what those are for. Well, there's that wheeled excavator blocking the access road. Why? Oh well. I guess it's not that big of a deal, and we may not ever find out, and it doesn't really matter. So just don't go up the access road. And we've got the stuff going on down, dang, towards the bottom of the hill. You can kind of see stuff. The bigger your screen, the better your chances. Walked about halfway across the road and that truck showed up, and I'm like, ooh, just keep moving. I took the ladders down, so they're done with the rebar work there for a while. And we've got gravel and everything. As I walked over this, I was like, that kind of looks like it was a bulldozer smoothing it, but bulldozers don't have diamond tread, so I figured it had to be a wheeled vehicle of some kind, but I didn't really click until I walked a few steps further, and you just start to see it. There's the roller compactor. So that guy was up here compacting all this dirt down so that people could drive on it, or walk and whatever, without having to worry about it turning to mud too easily. And these guys were unloading some big panels, maybe forms, maybe something else. Who knows? But I sat there and watched them for a couple minutes, pulling stuff out and throwing it on the ground. While there was a traffic jam going down the hill. That doesn't happen terribly often. Or it does happen and I don't see it much. So it looked like they had 4 or 5 sheets there. Or at least more than what I watched. As I was going down to the car, I heard a engine start up, so I'm wondering if that roller was rolling around some more, compacting all this gravel. I don't know, I'm gonna have to wait till next time to see what that looks like. But that pad is quite thick on the downhill side. Gotta be level. Wonder if they'll move the crane and compact under where it's sitting right now. And maybe they're extending the pad so that they can move the crane back, because right there it looks like it's going to be in the way of the bridge getting longer. I hadn't thought of that, but it does. It's kind of in line, so it's got to move back some. Maybe that's why they're extending it. Who knows? I don't, at least. And up here I paused and got down a little bit to look down the hill. There we go. Can't see a whole lot further because the bridge is in the way. I love seeing the bridge built, but I can't see down the hill now. Catch-22. Oh well. So I didn't know if anything else was going to happen. Didn't see anybody moving around much, but as I left, it sounded like something was moving around. I'm guessing that the roller compactor was doing some more work. Maybe a bulldozer came over and pushed some gravel. I really wish I could stand on that berm right there, but they don't like me going on the inside of the bridge. That's just such a great spot to see down over the other side. Maybe sometime. Oh well. Not much looking changed over there. So the big news is just that the crane has moved and we are getting ready to start putting the leg up and see how the other side is going to start connecting. And it will be interesting to see when and how they move that segment lifter. Alright, driving out. It's always a bit of a pain getting on here because it's a couple inches. Always scrape the frame, well, commonly. And that is very vertical. I do wonder why they put that extension on it. Is it because they expect to have longer reaches or what? Who knows? I imagine that it will make a difference when they start building out before they can put the segment lifter on. And the big pile on the left, making sure that nobody walks off the edge, I guess. And we got the paving there. I wonder why. You know, I understand that if that was done well and for permanent, that we're going to be going over there to keep from getting too close to the bridge and the workers when they're building out there. But you know, we'll just have to wait and see for them to start working in that area and start doing the build up and all. Don't know how that's going to turn out. It is keeping me in heavy suspense. But going past all this and looking at how it is now, so we can look back later and see the changes. So now we get to go to Glen Bridge, and Glen Bridge Road hasn't really changed, worth mentioning. As I keep saying, I'm going to do this until they take the bridge down, but not much to see until then. They seem to be pretty much done doing anything right now. But they have what looks like the beginning of an extension to that retaining wall. I want to see, just for the sake of seeing it, what they're going to do for that retaining wall, because it's set up like they want to expand it, and they're just going to have to take down the old bridge to expand it out and finish that off. I can't imagine that they're going to change that slope incredibly, but you know, it's almost impossible to say without seeing the plans, and I have no idea where to see them, nor do I think they'd share them with me right now. And the Rockwood Road, come around the corner. It'll be nice when we have no leaves. Not that it's nice to have winter, but you know, we can actually see the road more than we can see now. No major changes here. You can see a little bit on the other side coming back of them digging up the concrete. You can sort of catch a glimpse there that they were working. And see some of the changes. Just a slightly different view from coming down the hill on the freeway. This is just kind of on my way, so it's an extra 2 minutes to do this. And I don't get why my dash cam thinks that I'm having a wreck and starts a new video every time I go on that. It's not like I hit it hard. Maybe I just hit it hard enough. And the handheld, getting a little bit more of a view. Get to see my reflection remover. If I don't have that, you can't see a thing out the windshield from the dash cam. And nothing major or exciting this week. The big news is the crane and the crane pad getting extended. Man, what am I doing? And can you see those? I couldn't turn my head far enough. Yeah, I can sort of see the excavators, track hose back there. But that's all for this week. Gonna be fun to watch the crane pad get extended, see how much gravel they pull up and put up there, see how much it gets packed down, see if it gets some asphalt for the bridge pieces to get delivered with. So we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.